Hi there, sweet friends. Thank you so much for tuning me. Thank you so much for inspiring me to tune into myself, but of course, for tuning in and joining our practice. Today's practice focused on supporting our endocrine system and promoting hormonal health. As we know, our cycle lasts 28 days. And so, the intention of this practice, or at least it was designed to support your body and where tension naturally builds from the cacophony of our daily lives. And so with that, we will begin in child's pose. So we're going to bring our big toes together to touch, knees hip width distance apart, back of our glutes comes onto the backs of our heels. We're going to bring our forearms down onto our mat. We're going to stay here on our forearms and just try to find these little pulses rocking back and forth at least 8 more times. It's not a race. Begin to slow down your pace. And then when we're ready, we want to make sure our glutes are reaching back towards our heels as best as we can. And then we're just going to walk our fingertips forward, resting our forehead on towards our mat. Breathing into the sides of our body, just letting go of any tension in our shoulders or our jaw. Two more slow full rounds of breath here. Next inhale, we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to rock forward over our knees. Our hips are stacked over the knees. And we just mindfully sway our hips side to side. And we're going to meet in tabletop here on all fours. And then we're going to bring the tops of our palms on towards our mat. The fingertips face towards the knees. Maybe micro bend the elbows. If we like to deepen that sensation, we can straighten out the arms. Breathe into the forearms and into the wrists. Focusing on visualizing sending our breath into that area of the hands where we're feeling tension. Then we're just going to have our fingertips facing towards each other, and then lightly bend one elbow and bend the opposite elbow. One more bend on each side. And then let's make a fist. We're going to keep this fist and we're going to drop the outside of our wrist back down on the mat, bending our elbows. Come back up onto the fist twice more. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press up. Option to stay on the wrists. On our next inhale, we're just going to slowly and controlled bring our left hip hovered. Bring our left hip hovered off the ground. Exhale, drop it back down. Same thing, let's bring our right hip hovered. Slowly drop it back down. Let's shake off the wrist. Maybe bring our palms back down on towards the ground. And this time, we're going to kick our left heel back towards the sky. Then hover left knee parallel our left hip. Kick left heel towards the sky. And then let's just begin to trace at least 3 circles with our hip, with that knee bent. And then bounce those 3 circles in the opposite direction. And then bring our left knee back down to meet our right. Sway those hips side to side. Next inhale, we're going to kick our right heel up towards the sky. Then hover that right knee parallel our right hip. Right heel back up towards the sky. And just trace 3 circles with that right knee bent. Then bounce the circles in the opposite direction. Bring our right knee back down to meet our left. Slowly sway those hips side to side. Make sure our fingertips are as wide as they can be. Index finger and thumb are engaged, flat back. On our next inhale, slowly lift your gaze, lift your hips, arch your spine for our cow pose, breathing into the abdomen here. And on the exhale, slowly tuck your chin to your chest, round your spine, push the earth away and breathe into your backs. Looking like a cat. Inhale for cow, just neutralizing the spine. Exhale for cat. Once more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral tabletop. Exhale, we're going to lean back into our child's pose. Coming back onto the forearms. Walking our fingertips forward in front of us. From our child's pose, we're going to slide forward, come onto our forearms, extend our legs straight back. Just turning here so you can see me on the mat. And so our arms are reaching forward, legs are reaching back, and we're just balancing out our posture, so focusing on our posterior chain, the back of our body. Excuse me, it's the full moon. So on our next inhale, we're going to hover our right arm and our left leg. We're reaching energy out through our right fingertips and our left tippy toes. One more full round of breath. Exhale, slowly lower back down. On our next inhale, hover left arm, right leg. Energy is reaching out through our left fingertips. This time, our right tippy toes. One more full round of breath. Slowly lower. Right leg, left arm. On our next inhale, we're going to hover just both arms. Exhale, lower back down. On our inhale, we're just going to hover both legs. Exhale, slowly back down. Next inhale, we're going to hover both arms and both legs for Superwoman. Exhale, slowly lower back down. On our next inhale, we're going to kick our left heel towards our left glute, preparing for a lying quad stretch. So let's see if we can grab that left foot with our left hand and breathe into our left quad. Right arm is reaching forward in front of us. And if we can't bind that left foot, that's okay. We can use a belt to assist us, a strap, even a rope, if that makes sense, a tie for your robe, just whatever support you can need to assist you. Breathing here, 2 more full rounds of breath. Slowly unwind the bind. Drop our left leg back. Left arm reaches forward. On our next inhale, we're going to kick our right heel towards our right glute. Let's see if we can grab our right foot with our right hand. This time breathing into our right quad and reaching our left arm forward. For a few more full rounds of breath. One more full round of breath. Exhale, slowly unwind the bind. Bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to use our knees to press into the mat. Pressing our hands, we're going to press up, lean back into this variation of child's pose where our toes are tucked. On our next inhale, we're going to slowly rock, shoulders over our wrist, rock back, slowly rock shoulders over wrists, rock back once more, shoulders over wrists, rock back. And then eventually we want to practice lifting our knees from the mat. So our toes are tucked, we're lifting our knees from the mat, and maybe we can lightly hop our feet outside our hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, heel toe our feet a little bit closer. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Big toe, pinky toe, and heel is rooting into the earth. Micro bend the knees, and on our next inhale, we're going to windmill our arms nice and long overhead. And exhale, swim our hands back down onto the mat for our fold. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. And we're going to interlace our fingers overhead. And we're slowly going to bend to our right side body. So we're keeping our fingers interlaced. And on our exhale, we're going to drop with our fingers interlaced down to the center of our mat, leaning over towards our left and coming back around, tracing a circle through our right side. So let's do this 2 more times. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, tracing the circle up. And then let's just unwind the bind, shake out the shoulders. Before we inhale, interlace the fingertips. Exhale, lean towards the left side this time, still with bind. Slowly drop on our exhale down towards our left, then to the center of our mat, and inhale, trace the circle counterclockwise. So let's do this 2 more times. So exhale, we're coming down. Inhale, we're tracing the circle up. Once more. Exhale, shake out the shoulders. Inhale, arms reach nice and long overhead. And exhale, we'll melt our hands back down on towards the mat. Next inhale, we're going to take 2 steps back to plank pose. And inhale, we're going to bring our right knee forward. Drop that left knee so we find ourselves in our modified lunge. And on our inhale, we're going to straighten our right knee best as we can. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Twice more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Once more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. We're going to stay here bent. And this time, let's see if we can kick our left heel back once again towards our left glute. This time, see if we can grab our left foot with our right hand. Lean forward, deepening that stretch in our left quad. Left hip flexor is just a really great reset. Have we been sitting or driving for most of the day? Two more slow full rounds of breath. Exhale slowly, unwind the bind. Next inhale, we're going to extend our right leg straight back. And let's see if we can hover that left knee off the ground. So we meet ourselves back in plank pose. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our left knee forward, mindfully drop our right knee. So we're in this modified lunge. Inhale, straighten our left knee. And exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Twice more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Once more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. And this time we're going to kick our right heel to our right glute. See if we can grab that right foot with our left hand. Again, we can use a belt, a tie, anything or band that can help us, assist us in binding that right foot. Wherever we are, see if we can lean forward into our lunge, deepening that stretch into the top of our right thigh. A few more full rounds of breath. Two more full rounds of breath. Slowly unwind the bind. On our next inhale, we're going to extend our left leg straight back. Now let's see if we can hover that right knee to meet our left. So we're back in plank pose. Exhale, drop the knees. Keep the toes tucked. Lean back for child's pose. And on our next inhale, we're just going to bend our knee and bring it to the outside of our left wrist. So our left knee, our right knee is parallel our right hip. We're coming down onto the forearms. So we're meeting ourselves here in half frog. And we just want to focus breathing inside that right hip for a few full rounds of breath. We've cultivated a bit of heat in the body, and now we're just creating the space for any tension in the body to let go from the hips. Option to rest your ear down on the mat, and we can face whichever direction over the shoulder feels most comfortable for you. Three more slow, full rounds of breath. So nice and slow, we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to tuck our left toes, press our left knee down, use our hands to press up, bring our right toes tucked back to meet our left. So we're back in this child's pose variation. Next inhale, this time we're going to bend our left knee, parallel our left hip, come back down onto the forearms, and this time finding ourselves in half frog, breathing into the inside of our left hip. Once again, resting on the forearms. And I'm just balancing the gaze in the opposite direction. So when I had my right knee bent out to the right, I was gazing over my right. This time I'll be gazing over my left shoulder. 3 more slow, full rounds of breath here. On our next inhale, we're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders, tuck our right toes, press our right knee into the mat. Once again, press our hands so we come up. Bring our our left toes back to meet our right in this modified child's pose. Let's make sure our fingertips are as wide as they can be in this child's pose. Keeping our toes tucked, we're going to widen our feet. So our hips are as wide as our shoulders. Next inhale, we're going to hover our knees. And exhale, we're going to reach our heels towards the backs of our mats for downward facing dog. And we're going to pedal out our feet from side to side. And let's let out a cleansing breath here. So big inhale through the nose. Tongue out, audible exhale. Next inhale, we're going to micro bend the knees. And we're lightly going to hop our feet just outside our hands here. So we're back in this low squat variation. We're going to bring our hands forward in front of us. We're mindfully going to drop our knees. On our inhale, we're going to lengthen our spine, roll our shoulders back. So we're pressing onto the knees, untuck the toes, and just warming up for camel here. So on our inhale, we're going to reach our right hand back for our right heel. Inhale, left arm reaches overhead. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale, reach our left hand for our left heel. Next inhale, right arm reaches overhead. Inhale, come back to center. Let's do this one more time. Right hand, right heel. Left arm reaches overhead. Exhale, come back to center. Left hand, left heel. Right arm reaches overhead. Exhale, come back to center. Next inhale, a few options here. We can bring our hands behind our hips slowly. So actually, I don't want us to round our spine for this first variation. So if our hands are on our hips, tuck our core up and in. And we want to engage the backs of our hamstrings. So it's a variation of a Nordic, just strengthening our hamstrings so we're not overstretching them. We just want to lean back as best as we can and then ever so slightly lift your chin. That's option 1. Option 2 is fingertips facing down towards the backs of the knees. We're bringing our elbows facing towards each other. We're slowly rolling our shoulders back, so we're arching our spine, and then we can ever so slightly lift our chin. That's option 2. Option 3 is reaching for the backs of our heels, really opening up, creating space in the collarbones, and mindfully lifting your chin, really opening up your throat. And camel for one more full round of breath. Inhale, slowly roll up. Slowly drop your hands forward in front of you. Bend the elbows till you slowly drop the top of your head towards the mat. We're going to reach and grab the backs of our heels with our hands and stay around the top of our head, rolling our spine. Staying here, one more full round of breath. Inhale. Slowly come back up into our hero's pose. Exhale, drop our hands forward in front of us. So we're back in our tabletop. Mindfully sway our hips side to side. Then we're going to cross our feet back behind us. We're going to roll back, bring our knees bent forward in front of us, and vertebrae by vertebrae, we're slowly going to rock back. And we're going to point our toes straight overhead. And then we're going to flex our toes towards us. And then we're going to point. This helps with detoxification, with blood flowing throughout the body. So flex the toes towards us. Point the toes away from us. Flex the toes. Point. Flex. Point 3 more times. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. And then trace 8 circles with the ankles. Balance the circles in the opposite direction. Bend the knees. Drop the bottom of our feet onto the mat. We're going to extend our left leg. We're just going to flay our right knee out towards the side. So we're finding ourselves in this lying tree variation. We're going to stay here for a few more slow, full rounds of breath. Two more slow, full rounds of breath. Next inhale, slowly bring our right knee up through center. Extend that right leg straight to meet our left. Bring our left knee in, slowly flay our left knee out to the side. And this time, breathe to the outside of our left hip for a few full rounds of breath in this lying tree variation. Two more slow, full rounds of breath. On our next inhale, bring our left knee back through the center. We're going to bring that right knee in. We want our fingertips just to graze the backs of our left heel, preparing for bridge here. So on our next inhale, we're going to lift the hips, engage the glutes, tuck the chin towards our chest. Exhale, slowly come back down. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. 4 more times. Inhale, press up. Engage the glutes. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. We can do anything 2 more times. Inhale, press up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, hug our knees in towards our chest. Wrap our forearms around our knees to give ourselves a big embrace. And then we're going to drop both knees to the left as we gaze over our right with our right arm extended out to the right side. So both knees are bent towards the left. Right arm is reaching out and gaze is towards the right. Three more full rounds of breath here. Inhale, come back through center. And exhale, drop both knees to the right. As we extend our arm out to the left, gazing over our left shoulder. Three more slow, full rounds of breath. On our next inhale, slowly bring both knees back through center. Slowly rock at least 3 times before we rock forward. Spine straight, hands cupped over our heart, and we bow our heads in reverence for our efforts, in reverence for the practice, and in reverence of the energy shared with those who practice among us. Thank you so much for sharing your precious time and energy to move with me. I can't wait to flow with you again next week. And for a little play to come out of this, hands beside our hips, we're slowly going to rock back. And when we rock forward, we want to place the weight on the outside of our feet. And eventually we're going to press up, turn, and we're ready to start the day. We're ready to fall into bed. Sweetest of dreams for the sweetest of days.